Oh my gosh. Raptor fans, as you can see, I am not in no Raptor gear, this regular shirt. Yeah, you see that in the background. What a tough way to lose this game tonight by the Raptors. Back home for the first time since 2019 in these playoffs. And down 0-2. Well, now you can make it 0-3. Raptors lose this one in overtime, 104-101 to the Sixers. And for some reason, I don't know if Danny Green called Kawhi Leonard during halftime or something, or was Kawhi Leonard at the game? Was Kawhi Leonard at that game tonight? Because that three by Joel Embiid, who was quite first first quarter, second quarter as well, almost the first half. Second half, he went on a shooting spree, and that big three probably just put the nail in the coffin of this Raptors season. But honestly, honestly, there should not have been no timeout called by Doc Rivers. What Doc Rivers did, and I don't know how the officials didn't check to see what Doc Rivers did, leaving the coach's box from his side where his team was, all the way down to the other side, right in front of Drake and the other fans and the Raptors bench to call a timeout. And the refs gave him the timeout. So here we go again. The refs, the referees, the officials, whatever you want to call them, giving the Sixers the calls again. And that was one of them. Doc Rivers leaving the coaching box from his side to go all the way in front of the Raptors bench to call a timeout. And Mark Davis, one of the Raptor hater, said, okay, yep, timeout. But the Raptors shot themselves in the foot. They shot themselves in the foot, man. And this is what I said. If the Raptors are going to win this game, they have to win all four quarters. And looking at the box score, Raptor fans, the Raptors only won. Sorry. The first quarter, they won when they're up 29-19. They had a 17-point lead. And then what happened? They stopped playing Raptors basketball. They stopped playing Raptors basketball. They had everything going that first quarter. Second quarter, I mean, it was a better second quarter than the last two games. You go in the half leading by 10 points. Okay, but still, you let the Sixers keep crawling back, crawling back. And I mean, there's so much to get into this one here. One, game four, game three, Trent Jr. made his return back. He had a great game. Okay, 24 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. OG Anunoby, this guy does it again, but it's not OG, man. OG cannot do that alone. Pascal Siakam disappeared in a critical game where the Raptors have to win. 12 points for this guy, 5 rebounds, 6 for 16 from the field. Fred VanVleet also disappeared tonight. So here are your two big main contract players, Siakam and Fred VanVleet, both combined with only 24 points. And both combined for 9 for, if my math is correct, 9 for 9 for 29 from the field. Siakam 0 for 2 from 3. Fred VanVleet was 2 for 10 from 3. OG Anunoby was the only bright spot, and Gary Trent Jr. as well. Both of them combined for 50 points. Okay? And then here we go with Kem Birch. Kem Birch, 2 lousy points. And this guy gets 2 early foul calls. Off the bench, Precious Achiuwa, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 for 11 from the field. But Precious Achiuwa, man, this is what basketball, I don't understand these players. They should be able, look, it's called a free throw. Precious Achiuwa, in that fourth quarter, when the game was tied 95-95 apiece, I mean, could even hit one. He couldn't hit one. For the Sixers tonight, as I said, the Raptors did a wonderful job early on against Embiid. But then Embiid made his adjustments and finished the game with 33 points, 13 rebounds. Another double-double. Third straight game this series. And that big-time 3, man, I don't know, as I said, if Kawhi Leonard was at the game, but Joel Embiid, remember that game, Game 7, and he hit, like, even where he shot that ball from, like, he looked like he was going off, and I can't believe the basketball gods are now forgiving the Sixers for Game 7. Tobias Harris, 11 points, 12 rebounds. Harden, he had a double-double. And you would have think, with Harden getting his 6th foul in the fourth quarter, heading into overtime, that the Raptors could have used that advantage. But then again, we got to remember, hey, Harden's not the only playmaker. Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Danny Green, Tyrese Maxey. Sixers have shooters, and they have playmakers. Okay, Harden with 19 as well. As I said, Maxey with 19. Danny Green with 9 points in this game. This is tough. This is tough. No NBA team has ever come back from 3-0 from 0-3 to win a series. It's happened in baseball. I don't know if it's happened in the NHL, but in the NBA, Maybe someone can correct me if it has. I don't know. But another thing, man. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Also, if you don't have someone to guard Embiid at a at his size, good luck. Good luck. All right, and it's catching up to the Raptors right now. It's definitely catching up to the Raptors. Masai Ujiri, as much as I respect him, but he has work to do in the off season. I'm trying to stay positive here. There's one. There's sorry. I'm not saying there's one more game left. There's four more games left. Four more games. But there's one game left for Philly to win. So remember the last time the Raptors got swept in a 7-game series in the first round, 2015 against Washington. And that looked like it's going to happen 7 years later. I I don't know. Like the Raptors, for some reason, they stopped playing Raptors ball. This team, I'm gonna get to the team score, the team stats here. This team was 13 for 35 from threes. 13 taking 35 shots and only making 13. What did I say in my preview? I said if your threes are not falling consistently, which they were in the first half, first quarter, look, I think they hit like 3 or 4 straight threes or something like that. And then after that, they did start settling for threes. Boom, 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 boom. Not moving the ball. They were not moving the ball. They were 37% from threes. From the field goal, they were 44%. And I mean, the free throws tonight was almost even. Sixers went to line 20 times. Raptors went to line 18 times. 12 for 18 for the Raptors. But here's what killed the Raptors tonight in Game 3. The rebounds. If you thought the 3 balls were not falling for the Raptors, take a look at the rebounding category for the Raptors. This team was out rebounded by Philadelphia 56-39. 56-39. Out rebounded by 17 points right there. Offensive rebound, both had 9. But on the defensive side, for the love of God, Raptors only had 23. And on team 7. Ken Birch with 2 points. Pascal Siakam. Fred VanVleet. Yeah, look, I know this team's young, And I know not having a traditional big center is catching up to them because Cam Birch, this guy, he's getting schooled out there on the court by Embiid. I rather trust Precious Achua guarding Embiid. And even tonight, like tonight's game, we saw refereeing the refs calling some silly fouls, and Joel Embiid. I'm trying to remember if it was the second quarter or the third quarter. I'm drawing a blank right now. But Embiid goes for the loose ball. Fred VanVleet is there at the um not on the sidelines. What do you call the other part? So Embiid, as I say, going for the ball. VanVleet's there, and he hardly touches him. And like a fish, or in Embiid's case, like a whale or a shark or whatever fish, the tallest fish in the sea is, goes down like he got shot. Hmm? And they call a foul on Fred VanVleet. Then they call a technical as well. And there is no excuse for that. There is no excuse for that. Did the refs get paid off? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. There's other bright spots in this game. I mean, it was hilarious to see when Embiid went to the line uh, in that fourth quarter. Was it? No, sorry, the third quarter. Two fans with the game seven, um, with Embiid crying after, when the Sixers lost. So maybe he saw those posters and told the Raptors, say, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna shut you guys up. And that's what Embiid did. That's what Embiid did tonight. Raptor fans, game four, Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. The only thing that can save the Raptors right now is Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is the only person that can save this team. Because if Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam combining for 24 points tonight in a game where they have to win, who else are you gonna look for? OJ Anunoby doing his best again, 26 points. Gary Trent Jr. coming back from a short breath illness, 24 points. We need Scotty Barnes, man. Definitely Scotty Barnes. I think Scotty Barnes is the I shouldn't say think. Scotty Barnes is the X factor for this team because he can play at all positions. I remind you, Scotty Barnes was the first rookie since Magic Johnson to play all five positions. He's that type of player that can go out there and guard Embiid, Harden, Green, Tobias Harris, Maxi, all of them. So with that being said, thank you for watching. My hopes are now, I mean, they're down to like 30% now. Look, it is what it is. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.